We have an incredible story about a Washington quarter, specifically the 1988 Mint Mark Washington quarter. This coin is worth way more than most of us would ever expect. It might seem like a regular coin you'd find in your pocket change, but there's a surprising rarity and value attached to it. If you're a coin collector or someone looking to invest, you'll want to stay tuned to hear all about why this quarter could be worth as much as $2.80 million. Before we dive into the specifics of the 1988 Mint Mark quarter, let's first talk about the Washington quarter as a whole. The Washington quarter was first introduced in 1932 to commemorate George Washington's 200th birthday. It's a staple of American coinage and has been minted in several variations over the years. The coin features an image of George Washington on the obverse, designed by John Flanagan. The reverse side typically shows an eagle, although the design has changed over time. But the 1988 quarter is part of a particular group that has sparked a lot of interest among collectors. Now, let's focus on the 1988 Mint Mark. The P stands for the Philadelphia Mint, which is one of the primary mints in the United States. Mint marks are incredibly important for collectors because they help determine where the coin was struck and can sometimes play a role in its rarity. For most of the 20th century, quarters were minted with either a D for Denver or an S for San Francisco. The P Mint Mark, however, became widely used for quarters starting in 1980. So when you find a 1988 quarter with a P Mint Mark, it tells you it was made at the Philadelphia Mint. At first glance, this might not seem like it would affect the value of the coin much. After all, millions of quarters were made in 1988. But as we'll see, there's a rare twist to this particular year in Mint Mark. In 1988, the U.S. Mint produced a lot of quarters. However, it wasn't until years later that collectors noticed something unusual. A small number of 1988 Mint Mark Washington quarters were struck with a significant error that caused them to stand out from the rest. Some of these quarters were struck with a misalignment or an error that caused certain design elements to be much more pronounced. In some cases, the minting process left behind what we call double die errors. This means the coin was struck multiple times, causing parts of the design to overlap or appear doubled. These errors are extremely rare and highly sought after by collectors. But it's not just the double die errors that make this coin valuable. Other factors like the condition of the coin, its rarity, and the fact that it's a coin from the 1980s make it an incredibly desirable piece in the coin collecting world. Now, let's talk about the big reveal. The discovery of a 1988 Mint Mark Washington quarter that's worth a whopping $2.80 million. This discovery happened just a few years ago when a private collector stumbled upon a 1988 quarter with a rare double die error. After sending it off for professional grading, it was determined to be in nearly perfect condition and free of any major wear. In the world of coin collecting, the higher the grade, the higher the value. Coins like this are often graded using the Sheldon scale, which goes from 1 to 70, with 70 being a perfect coin. The coin was graded as a near-mint specimen, and because of its rarity, it was estimated to be worth around $2.80 million. But why exactly is this 1988 quarter worth so much? Well, there are several reasons. First, the rarity of the error. Double die errors and other minting mistakes are extremely rare, especially in coins that were minted in large numbers. The more unique and rare a coin is, the more valuable it becomes to collectors. Second, the condition of the coin. Coins that are in excellent condition are worth far more than those that are heavily worn or damaged. The fact that this 1988 quarter is in such pristine shape makes it even more valuable. Lastly, the historical significance. While the 1988 quarter is relatively modern compared to other coins from earlier decades, the fact that it is a part of the Washington quarter series adds to its appeal. It's a part of U.S. coinage history and collectors value that connection.so. How can you spot a valuable 1988p Washington quarter? Here are a few tips to help you when you're searching through your change or looking for coins at local shops and auctions. Look for the P mint mark on the back of the coin. This is the first step in identifying the coin. Examine the coin for any noticeable minting errors, like doubling or misalignment. These can make the coin significantly more valuable. The condition of the coin is key. The higher the grade, the more valuable it is. If you have a coin that you suspect might be worth something, have it professionally graded. If you think you've found a rare coin, get it appraised by a professional. You never know. Your 1988p Washington quarter might just be worth a fortune. There you have it. The 1988p mint mark Washington quarter, a seemingly ordinary coin with the potential to be worth millions. If you come across a 1988p quarter, take a closer look. With a little bit of luck and some careful attention, you might just find a rare, high-value piece in your pocket change. Thank you for watching. If you enjoyed this video, don't forget to like, subscribe, and hit the notification bell so you never miss out on more coin collecting tips and valuable coin discoveries. If you have any 1988p quarters or any other coins you'd like to share, drop a comment below. Have you ever found an old quarter in your pocket change and wondered if it could be worth a fortune? What if I told you that a rare 1967 no-mint mark Washington quarter is worth an astonishing $2.9 million? That's right, one of the most common-looking quarters could make you a millionaire. In today's video, we'll explore why this coin is so valuable, how to identify it, and what makes it stand out from the millions of other 1967 quarters in circulation. Stay tuned, because this could be life-changing information for coin collectors and casual change hunters alike. The 1967 Washington quarter was struck during a very interesting time in U.S. coin history. The country had just gone through a severe coin shortage in the early 1960s, leading the U.S. Mint to take drastic action. In 1965, they removed silver from dimes and quarters, shifting to a copper-nickel composition. To discourage hoarding, the Mint stopped placing mint marks on coins from 1965 to 1967, meaning all quarters from this period lack a mint mark, regardless of where they were struck. Millions of these coins were produced, and most are only worth face value today. But there are exceptional rarities, specific error coins, and high-grade examples, fetching thousands, even millions, at auctions. What makes the $2.9 million 1967 quarter special? The most expensive 1967 quarter ever sold is a truly unique specimen, setting it apart from regular quarters. What makes it worth $2.90 million? Extremely high grade, MS68 or higher. Coins are graded on a scale from 1 to 70, with 70 being a perfect coin. The vast majority of 1967 quarters are heavily circulated, showing wear and tear. Finding one in pristine, nearly perfect condition is almost impossible. The few that exist in mint state 68 or higher can bring huge premiums. Special mint error or variety. Some of the highest valued coins come from striking errors, including double strikes, off-center errors, and missing clad layers. However, one of the most important factors is a rare full strike. In 1967, quarters were often struck with worn-out dies, making fully detailed examples extremely rare. If a coin has a deep, well-defined strike with full details, especially on Washington's hair and the eagle's feathers, it can be worth a fortune. Historical significance. Certain coins become legendary in the numismatic world. If a unique die variety or rare striking condition is discovered, collectors and investors are willing to pay astronomical amounts to own it. This particular 1967 quarter, which sold for $2.9 million, likely has a combination of rarity, historical appeal, and collector demand, making it one of the most valuable quarters ever sold. Now, let's talk about how you can check if you have a valuable 1967 quarter. Mint condition. The cleaner and shinier the coin, the better. If you find a 1967 quarter with no scratches, no wear, and sharp details, it could be valuable. Full strike details. Examine Washington's hair and the eagle's feathers. If they are fully detailed and sharp, the coin could be rare. Striking errors. Look for things like missing layers, double strikes, or unusual markings. Professional grading. If you think your quarter is special, send it to a grading service like PCGS or NGC for certification. High-graded, error, or rare variety coins can command massive premiums. The coin market has been booming, with rare and high-grade coins fetching record prices. Even though the $2.9 million 1967 quarter is one of a kind, other high-grade examples have sold for thousands. A 1967 quarter graded MS67 Plus by PCGS recently sold for over $10,000 at auction. Even a well-preserved, lightly circulated quarter with unique features can be worth hundreds to thousands of dollars. If you come across a 1967 quarter in your change or collection, don't ignore it. Take a close look, it might be worth more than you think. Even if yours isn't worth millions, finding a high-grade, error, or rare variety could still bring in a significant amount of cash. If you love learning about rare and valuable coins, make sure to subscribe to the BS Coins With channel, hit the like button, and turn on notifications so you never miss an update. I'll keep bringing you the latest coin discoveries, values, and tips to help you on your collecting journey. We're talking about the 2000 D South Carolina quarter, a coin that has recently been making waves in the numismatic community with claims of it being worth a staggering $3 million. Is this true, or is it just another internet rumor? Let's break it down, examine the facts, and see what makes certain South Carolina quarters valuable. The 2000 D South Carolina quarter is part of the 50-state quarter series, which the U.S. Mint released between 1999 and 2008. Each state quarter was minted for about 10 weeks before production moved on to the next design. The South Carolina quarter features the state's outline, the palmetto tree, a Carolina wren, and the state nickname, the Palmetto State. It was minted in both Philadelphia, P, and Denver, D, with Denver's version marked with a small D mint mark on the obverse, just right of George Washington's ponytail. Not every 2000 D South Carolina quarter is worth a fortune, but some rare varieties and errors can fetch high prices. When collectors evaluate a coin's worth, they look at several key factors. Coins with dramatic errors, such as off-center strikes, missing clad layers, double strikes, or die breaks, tend to be more valuable. Coins graded MS67 and above by PCGS or NGC are rare and desirable. The higher the grade, the higher the value. Unique variants or discovery pieces. If a coin has a significant and unique attribute that sets it apart from the rest, it can command an extraordinary price at auction. Now, let's address the big claim. Some websites and online posts suggest that a specific 2000 D South Carolina quarter sold for $3 million. However, there are no verified auction records to support this. The most expensive 50-state quarters typically sell for a few $1,000s, with a handful reaching 5 figures in extreme cases. That said, if a newly discovered major error or one-of-a-kind specimen with a unique anomaly were found, it could theoretically reach an astronomical price. However, no confirmed sales or expert evaluations have documented a $3 million South Carolina quarter. For most circulated 2000 D South Carolina quarters, the value is between 25 cents and $5. Sells for around $10 to $20. Can fetch between $150 and $400. Extremely rare and can reach $2,500 or more. If you believe you have an exceptional coin, getting it graded by a professional service like PCGS or NGC is crucial. sharp details with no significant wear, mint errors like off-center strikes or doubling. While the idea of a $3 million South Carolina quarter is exciting, it's important to separate fact from fiction. Most of these quarters are worth face value, but rare errors or high-grade specimens can still fetch hundreds or even thousands of dollars. If you think you have a valuable coin, research it carefully, get it graded, and stay informed about market trends. If you enjoyed this video, don't forget to like, subscribe, and hit the notification bell so you never miss out on future coin updates. What do you think about the $3 million claim? Did you know that a rare 2001p New York quarter recently sold for a jaw-dropping $3.1 million? That's right, one single quarter from your pocket change could make you a millionaire overnight. Most people think modern quarters aren't valuable, but certain errors and rare varieties prove them wrong. If you have a 2001p New York quarter, you need to check it immediately because you might be sitting on a fortune. Stay with me as I break down what makes this coin so valuable, how to identify the rare variety, and what you should do if you find one. The 2001p New York quarter was part of the U.S. Mint State Quarters program, which ran from 1999 to 2008. This series was wildly popular among collectors, and millions of people saved these quarters in pristine condition. The New York quarter was the 11th release in the series, featuring the Statue of Liberty and an outline of the state. It was minted in Philadelphia, P, Denver, D, and San Francisco, S, with a P and D mint marks used for circulation. While most of these quarters are worth only 25 cents, one specific variety has become one of the most valuable quarters in history. So, what makes this coin worth over $3 million? It all comes down to a rare minting error that occurred at the Philadelphia Mint. The $1 million version of this coin features a double die obverse, meaning the design on the front of the coin was struck twice, creating a noticeable doubling effect. This error is visible in the lettering of Liberty and In God We Trust. Additionally, some of these rare quarters were accidentally struck on a pure silver planchet instead of the standard copper-nickel clad composition. Experts believe that only a handful of these error coins exist. The one that sold for $3.1 million was in nearly perfect condition, graded MS68 by PCGS, Professional Coin Grading Service. Coins with lower grades or minor errors can still be worth thousands, but a near-flawless example like this is what sent collectors into a bidding war. Now, let's talk about how you can check your 2001p New York quarters. Mint mark. The valuable variety must have a P mint mark, located just below. In God We Trust. Doubling effect. Examine the words Liberty and In God We Trust under magnification. If the letters appear doubled, you might have a rare double die error. Silver planchet test. If your coin has a bright silver appearance and weighs 6.25 grams instead of 5.67 grams, it could have been struck on a silver planchet. You can weigh your coin using a precision scale. Condition and grade. The highest values go to quarters in uncirculated condition, meaning no scratches, dents, or wear. If your coin looks brand new, it might be worth sending to a professional grading service like PCGS or NGC. If you suspect you have this rare variety, don't clean the coin. Cleaning a coin can ruin its value. Leave it in its original state. Use proper handling. Hold the coin by its edges to avoid fingerprints and damage. Get it authenticated. Send your coin to a professional grading company like PCGS or NGC for authentication and grading. Consult an expert. Reach out to a reputable coin dealer or auction house to determine the best way to sell it. Some high-end collectors and investors are willing to pay top dollar for rare error coins. Other valuable 2001p New York quarters. Even if your quarter isn't the multi-million-dollar variety, you could still have a valuable piece. Double die reverse, DDR. Some quarters show doubling on the Statue of Liberty's torch and the state outline, making them worth $100 to $500. Off-center strikes. If the design is misaligned, values can range from $50 to $2,000 depending on the degree of the error. High-grade MS-67 and MS-68 coins, even without an error. A perfectly preserved 2001p New York quarter graded MS-68 can sell for $3,000 to $5,000 at auction. This incredible $3.1 million sale proves that rare coins can still be hiding in plain sight. If you have a 2001p New York quarter, take a few minutes to inspect it. You might be holding a fortune. Keep an eye out for doubling, silver planchets, and high-grade examples, as they can fetch thousands of dollars. Make sure to like, subscribe, and hit the notification bell so you never miss out on valuable coin discoveries. Let me know in the comments, have you checked your 2001 quarters yet? You never know what treasures you might find. We talk about coins worth money and the hidden gems you might have in your pocket change. Today, we're diving deep into a coin that has sent shockwaves through the numismatic world, the 1995 D Washington quarter. Believe it or not, one of these coins recently sold for a jaw-dropping $3.2 million. That's right, a simple quarter from 1995, minted in Denver, is now among the most valuable modern coins ever discovered. So, how did this happen? What makes this coin worth such an incredible amount? And most importantly, could you be holding one in your collection or even your pocket right now? Stick around, because by the end of this video, you'll know exactly what to look for and whether you might be sitting on a fortune. Before we jump into what makes this coin special, let's go over the basics. The 1995 D Washington quarter was minted at the Denver Mint, as indicated by the D Mint mark located just to the right of Washington's ponytail on the obverse. Metal composition: 91.67% copper, 8.33% nickel. At first glance, this coin looks just like any other Washington quarter from the 1990s. Millions were struck, and most are only worth face value. But among these common quarters, one rare specimen changed everything. The coin that sold for $3.2 million wasn't just any 1995 D quarter. It was an error coin, a mistake made at the U.S. Mint that resulted in a one-of-a-kind piece. Double die obverse DDO. This means that during the minting process, the coin's design was struck twice, causing a slight overlap. If you look closely, you can see doubling in the letters, Liberty, and In God We Trust. Off-center strike. The design wasn't perfectly aligned when struck, leaving part of the coin blank and increasing its rarity. Wrong planchet error. This coin was struck on a silver planchet meant for proof coins, instead of the standard copper-nickel composition. Full mint luster and high grade. The coin was in perfect condition, graded MS-68 by PCGS, meaning it was virtually flawless. When this coin was discovered, collectors and experts couldn't believe their eyes. A regular quarter suddenly became one of the most valuable modern coins in history. Now, the big question: could you be sitting on a fortune? Look for doubling in the lettering on the front of the coin, especially in Liberty and In God We Trust. A magnifying glass or jeweler's loupe will help. Check for an off-center strike. If part of the design is missing or shifted, that's a major sign of an error coin. Weigh the coin. A regular 1995 D quarter weighs 5.67 grams, but if yours is significantly lighter or heavier, it could be an error struck on the wrong planchet. Examine the mint luster. The highest value coins are in uncirculated condition with no signs of wear or damage. If you suspect you have something special, take it to a professional coin grading service like PCGS or NGC for authentication. Even if you don't have the $3.2 million quarter, certain 1995 D quarters can still be worth serious money. Error coins with minor doubling or off-center strikes can fetch anywhere from $100 to $10,000. Even circulated coins with strong die cracks or unusual markings can sell for more than Face value to the right collector. Why do coin collectors pay so much? You might be wondering, why would anyone pay $3.2 million for a quarter? The answer is simple: rarity and demand. Serious collectors are always on the hunt for unique and one-of-a-kind coins. When a coin like this surfaces, it becomes a must-have for high-end investors and museums. The perfect combination of a rare minting error, a high grade, and a historical anomaly makes this quarter an irreplaceable treasure in the world of numismatics. The story of the 1995 D Washington quarter proves that rare coins are still out there waiting to be discovered. Every day, people unknowingly spend valuable coins without realizing what they have. Could you be next? Take a few minutes to check your quarters, especially if you have rolls of change sitting around. You never know. You might be holding a small piece of history worth millions. If you enjoyed this video, don't forget to like, subscribe, and hit the notification bell so you never miss another exciting coin discovery. Let me know in the comments, have you ever found a rare or valuable coin? We have an unbelievable story. A 2015 D Saratoga quarter that supposedly sold for $3.3 million. That's right, millions of dollars for a modern quarter. But is it true? What makes this coin so valuable? And could you have one without even knowing it? Stay tuned as we break down everything you need to know about this fascinating coin. The 2015 Saratoga National Historical Park quarter is part of the America the Beautiful series, which ran from 2010 to 2021. The design commemorates the pivotal Battle of Saratoga in 1777, where American forces secured a crucial victory against the British. The reverse of the coin shows a sword being surrendered, symbolizing the British defeat. The obverse, like all America the Beautiful quarters, features George Washington. This quarter was minted in Philadelphia, P., Denver, D., and San Francisco, S. The one we're focusing on today is the 2015 D, the Denver Mint version. Millions were produced, making it a common coin, or so it seems. But as we'll find out, there's something special about certain versions of this coin. Now, let's address the big claim: a 2015 D Saratoga quarter selling for $3.3 million. Could a modern coin really be worth that much? The short answer is that no regular 2015 D quarter is worth millions. But there are rare error coins and special varieties that can be extremely valuable. During production, such as off-center strikes, double dies, or missing elements, can make a coin highly desirable to collectors. Special varieties, coins with unique variations, like a double die or a misplaced mint mark, can command premium prices. High-grade condition. A coin graded MS68 or higher is nearly flawless, and rare modern quarters in this condition can sell for thousands of dollars. So, where did this claim come from? The $3.3 million figure likely stems from misinformation or exaggerated auction results. There is no official record of a 2015 D Saratoga quarter selling for that amount. However, some high-grade examples and error coins from this series have sold for impressive sums. For example, a perfectly graded MS68 or MS69 example could fetch several $1,000s at auction. If a major error coin were discovered, it could be worth even more. But $3.3 million? That's extremely unlikely, unless an extraordinary new variety were found. Let's take a look at real market prices for this coin. A standard 2015 D Saratoga quarter in circulated condition is worth face value just 25 cents. In uncirculated condition, you might get $1 to $5 for a nice example. Graded MS65. It can be worth $20 to $50. The highest known grades, MS67 or MS68, can sell for $500 to $1,000 or more. If a significant error is discovered, it could be worth several $1,000s, but nothing close to millions. Look for errors. Examine the coin under good lighting. Check for doubling, missing letters, or unusual features. Check the condition. If it looks flawless, it might be worth grading. Compare sales. Look at recent auction results for similar coins. If you think you have something special, consider sending it to a grading service like PCGS or NGC for authentication. The idea of a $3.3 million Saratoga quarter is exciting, but for now, it remains a myth. However, there are still valuable versions of this coin out there, and with the right error or high grade, you could have a piece worth hundreds or even thousands of dollars. So, next time you get a quarter in your change, check it carefully. You never know what treasure you might find. If you enjoyed this video, hit the like button, subscribe for more coin hunting tips, and let me know in the comments if you found any rare